Hello lovelies and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to be reacting to Lawless by SB19. Now this just dropped today, so I'm super excited to get into this one and see what I can expect. But before we do, if you guys are new to the channel, then welcome and thank you for joining. Make sure you click on that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, I just can't wait to get into this one, so let's go. I have no idea what to expect. I've been trying to avoid like all teasers. Listen, straight away, the hair, the pink moment. Style looks so cool. Is that a cowboy hat? I think it might be. Oh my gosh, Pablo. Get it with the spins.
I'm an outlaw. Underrun the road is brutal. What's your mouth, huh? I don't need no one's approval. Keep your doubts, huh? I'm lawless, better be couch. There's no boxes can hold the guys. No, start a mosh pit.
We're getting up close and personal with style today. Okay, hello. Oh my gosh, number one, like that intro was so cool. Gotta be honest, it all just looked absolutely incredible. But not only that, the beat and the rhythm kicking in. I'm loving it. I am. Pablo with the cowboy hat. I didn't know that I needed cowboy Pablo until this video, but I'm loving it. I am. Already I feel like we're getting the vibe of just going against the grain a little bit, you know, being who we want to be and not really taking into account too much of people's opinions, maybe. I feel like just setting ourselves aside from standardizing ourselves, you know, not listening to what the crowd necessarily are saying we should do and just following in our own sort of structure, listening to ourselves. Obviously, it's very early on in the song, but I'm loving where we're going already with this.
What's your mouth, huh? I don't need no one's approval. Keep your doubts, huh? I'm lawless.
I love that. I don't need anyone's approval. I can't get over style. Josh is unbelievably stunning. Wow. The pink hair as well. It's such a vibe. It really is. I love it. I do. I love how we're basically saying, like, you know, talking out of pocket, you get caught quick. You know, you can say what you want to say, but when it comes to you having an opinion on my life and the way that I'm doing things, you know, don't try and push the boundary too far. You know, don't try and step over the mark. Like, this is my line that I've drawn. I don't really want you stepping over that line. Like, it's up to me what I do here. You don't really get a say in making those choices for me, you know? I want to be able to be myself and not have this guideline drawn for me. Ooh. Vocals, Justin. Sounded incredible. Oh, they look so unreal. I love everything about this. I love everything about this. Like the rhythm and the beat we've got going on happening, like the lead into the chorus, I think is so cool. Also, can I just say, Justin looks so unbelievably adorable with the little glasses. The little, like, what would you say, necktie situation going on. Super cute. Ken, take a moment. Please, let's take a moment because Ken, I always say, he just looks so effortlessly cool, always. Like, he just is so incredible. I just adore him. But I love how they're saying this road is tough, it's difficult, you know, it's not easy. This path of life and maybe the sense of achieving what we want to achieve in this life, it's not a simple thing. And it is just like sometimes you have to be lawless in that. You have to say to yourself, like, I'm not necessarily going to stick to all of the rules that society lays out for me. I'm not going to just forge this one path that everybody is expecting from me. I'm going to sometimes break against that and, you know, go against the grain and do what I want to do and choose maybe to turn left instead of right when people are telling me to turn right, you know? No love in the land of the lawless. Like, sometimes I think in society, it can be difficult for people to really understand that they don't always get to infiltrate everything that a person chooses to do. You know, I think a lot of people blur the lines in understanding that every individual person's life is theirs to choose what they do with it. I think sometimes people get so openly vocal about their thoughts as to what somebody should do and how they should be and how they should act. So I feel like it is just saying, like, in that sense, there is no love in the land of the lawless. People are always sort of wanting something from you and expecting things from you. But you have to choose sometimes to put yourself above that. You have to choose to do what you want to do as opposed to just following through what other people want to because it's what they expect of you. And you can't really put feelings too much into that, you know, because if we all put feelings into everything we did, we probably wouldn't do the things that we wanted to do in life. You know, sometimes you do have to have that view upon yourself and just saying, like, I deserve to do what I want to in life, and that shouldn't negatively impact me just because it's what I want to do and what I choose to do. Stell's face, everything. I mean, they've got such a strong stance. Look at them.
Tell me what you gonna do when it comes for you. Tell me what ya get in your head now.
Hey.
Ooh.
Hey, he is the GOAT. Come on. Pablo is the GOAT. SB19 are the GOAT. Let's be honest, let's be real. Oh my goodness me, I love this. I do. It just feels like you're taking charge of your own life and your own destiny, you know, in a way, and just saying, like, listen, I'm going to be the one in charge here. I'm going to be the one taking over. I'm going to do what I want to do, and you can just sit back and watch, you know? I love it. Also, Josh, listen, you were getting up close and personal too. They're all getting a little bit up close and personal today. Listen, I don't think any of us are complaining. Let me just say that. But we are going to head back a little bit because I want to see some of that again.
Tell me what you gonna do when it comes for you. Tell me what ya get in your head.
Wow.
Ooh, somebody call the police. Ooh, we taking everything tonight. Ooh, now you see the future. Breaking all the rules, yeah, we run up the tempo.
Ooh, we run up the tempo.
We love you savage. Ooh, keep on singing now. Tragic, we'll break the whole town. The road is rough, the road is tough. Better watch your back in the land of the lawless. Can't get enough, but don't get stuck. 'Cause there ain't no love in the land of the lawless.
Ooh, I love this choreo already. I love as well how we're almost getting that breakaway. I feel like with Ken being in the little TV, I feel like it does almost give you that sense of, you know, having things sort of influence you in so many ways, you know, try and really be that influence for people in the way that they choose to lead their life. You know, I think we all take a lot in from what we see in the media, and I feel like maybe it is them just saying like we're not going to be succumbing to what everybody else is wanting in terms of that media being the one to infiltrate us. Like we're going to be the ones to take over that. You know, we're going to be the ones to make that change and not necessarily feed into everything that media is telling us or showing us. Like we're going to be a bit lawless, you know, go against what the rules and the guidelines say sometimes, because you have to take risks and you have to try new things, otherwise we'd all just be living the same life forever, you know. I think that that's what I love about SB19 when it comes to their music, when it comes to everything about them as performers. I think they do take risks, they do try new things, and they do push against the barriers of what people expect in terms of their music, performance, everything about them really. And I think that is something that I really am inspired by, because it's not an easy thing to do when you're an artist, to do something that maybe might go against the grain of what people are wanting or expecting from you. So I think in that sense I've always had that admiration for SB19. But yeah, I just love how we're almost getting that real feeling of like mixing media in with this now as well. Like you feeling as if maybe you're a bit trapped inside those expectations sometimes, like boxed in a way, and you're just trying to break free of all of that, you know. I love the shoe style.
I'm always on the run. All these shadows calling out my name. Can
want to break the chains, like all of these shackles that sometimes people feel as if they have upon me. Like sometimes the way people try to confine me, you know, or make me conform to certain standards. I'm just going to be the one to go against all of that. I'm going to be somebody who can lead in that movement going forward of just saying that you can have your own path in life. You don't have to necessarily listen to what everybody else is telling you. Like you can have that freedom within everything that you choose to do. And I think that is something that's really beautiful in the message in this song, to be honest. Can I just say as well, can we take a moment of appreciation for Justin's vocals on this track? Because Justin's vocals are shining on this song. Like, absolutely stunning.
Run. All these shadows calling out my name. Can nobody hold me down?
Styles outfit.
Break the chain.
All the outfits, actually.
I'm done, now I'm letting go. This gone, let you know. Then look, it's the last straw. Watch me run and lose control.
Come on, vocals. Style, listen. Hey. Get it, Ken. He's got a little lasso. Ooh, listen, these fits too, come on. Josh looks unreal. Pablo, I'm living for this bit. Let's cowboy hat yet again. Ooh, I love that. The little, like, put back of the weapon, you know? I love that so much, wow. Honestly, this was so cool. And I will just say as well, what I really loved about this song as well, in terms of the imagery, was, you know, at the end there, they were having that almost like, would you say like a roundup fight, you know? It looked like as if they were getting ready to draw their weapons, you know? But it wasn't as if they had what you would presume as the norm when it comes to that. And I think even that is showcasing, like when it comes to SB19, anybody who's tried to stand in their way or anybody who's tried to do anything, you know, or say anything, they've always come back at people, but not in the way that people expect, you know? They've always just come back stronger, and they've not had to use necessarily that fighting talk or had to combat that negativity with negativity themselves. They've just chosen to be able to break through in the way that they've wanted to. And that's not necessarily doing what people would expect. It's going against the grain. That is the thing that I think SB19 really have as their charm. You know, they really do choose to do so many things that would break the boundaries and really go against what you would expect. And I think that's why they have continued to surpass so many people's expectations, because they really are just a group who aren't afraid to take those risks and do whatever they want to do. And I think that's what makes them unique in their own sense. But honestly, I'm living for this video. They all looked unbelievably stunning. Gotta just say that again. Ken. I'm so intrigued by Ken in this music video because, like, obviously I feel like he was that source of media that maybe is trying to, like, take over, you know, in a way, like trying to make people follow in that ruling of life, like the way that people expect you to go. But, like, I'm just so curious. I'd love to know your, like, interpretation of this song as well, because I always love to hear your guys' thoughts too. I kind of just want to go back and see that whole section one last time. I love that, like, clicking. Listen, this is going to be a fire song to see performed live. Pablo, I cannot get over you in this music video because that fit is everything. I can't get over the cowboy hat. They're the goats. We've said this. We've said this once and we'll say it again. They're the goats. And I absolutely agree with that. So I love that imagery at the end there. But honestly, I just had the best time with this music video. I am loving hearing more from SB19. This was so cool. They all looked incredible. This song was fire. I'm loving this vibe that we've got going on. I think it sounds incredible. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching along this video with me. If you did, then like I said, make sure you click on that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does something to see what you're enjoying watching, so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.